linebacker. So you know you have a good athlete at linebacker when he doubles as the punt returner. And the Aussie rolls out. He is a weapon. A booming punt. Burns backpedals and takes a fair catch at the 20-yard line. A 47-yard punt. That's what he averaged in the opener. So here comes Malik Cunningham. That's what he wants to be called now. It's been Malik, then it was McHale. Now it's back to Malik. Whatever you call him, he's a talented deep ball thrower. He's got playmakers all over the place.
Yeah, and remember, it's second year in the system. Boy, it makes a big difference. I think he has such a better grasp of what they're trying to do. And you're right, Chris. He's got a lot of playmakers. Tutu Atwell gets most of the attention, number 1. But Des Fitzpatrick, number 7, is dynamic. Justin Marshall can hurt you. Not to mention what they have in the backfield.
He's immediately under pressure on the play-action fake. Tried to get the ball right away to Tutu Atwell, the speedy Miami native
back there. But they've got 3 that are NFL-caliber safeties.
Second down. Hawkins finds a crease, breaks a tackle, and lowers the head. He's right near the marker at the 30-yard line coming off the...
Just kind of being patient, waiting for that crease, then putting his foot in the ground and accelerating with that burst upfield.
He's got it again, and this time in muscle of Miami stopping the run is certainly a strength of Diaz's defense a year ago. Only 3.2 a carry. That's strong. PlayStation is Hawkins' nickname.
5'9", about 196 pounds, but he also has great speed to go with that power.
Cunningham rolls, tries to create on the fly, has some blocks, gets the edge, has a first down, and has Miami territory before he is finally cut down by Amari Carter. But a big strike. And they mishandle. He's got to retrieve the snap. Does so nicely on the fly. And is shoved down, and that'll draw a 15-yard penalty against Miami's defense. So it could have been a disastrous play. Cunningham rescued it, and now they're going to get a first down.
Future, and he's just so amped up. Big mistake.
Defense, number 4. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Took about a scare. The COVID distancing restrictions. Players all the way down to the 15-yard line. On first down now, Cunningham rolls, is chased by Phillips, and has to just throw it away. You see the speed of the big man Phillips running down the quarterback that time. Each man, they can have big years this year. And running left, Hawkins again has a crease, sheds a tackle. They shove him again right near the sideline. Cardinals need 2 on third down. Cunningham keeps it, throws it into flat, and knocked down is Marshawn Ford. Initially got away from the tackle of Bolden, but is going to be knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. It's 4th and about. Career field goal attempt for James Turner, who was perfect on 5 PATs in the opener. This from 40 yards. And a successful start to his field goal kicking career. And the Cardinals take it 58 yards in 8 plays to jump on top, 3-0.
Last year. You didn't hear about that?
I heard about it.
It was total accident.
Oh, I've heard about it.
It was a total accident.
The Bears filled me in.
Oh, I'm sure. It's a great story, actually.
Roy Gallus kickoff into the end zone. Cunningham looking to throw and delivers a strike to Des Fitzpatrick, one of the dangerous playmakers. And the man from Michigan, the 5th-year senior, has first down yardage.
Bowl game over Mississippi State and went into the offseason.
Their roommates should have good chemistry. Here's a first down run. And Jalen Phillips flying in there. He's not just a pass rusher. He's also very, very strong in runs.
He's in his 2 years out at UCLA, almost contemplating giving up the game.
On 2nd and 9, a slow developing run. Hawkins trying to stay alive. Does break a tackle, and another, and skips out inside the Miami 40. Did well to avoid a loss. Some conference player of the year on defense last year. That's how good he was at Temple. Cunningham moves the pocket and just has to flip it into the bench. That time you got to concede. The pass rush for the Canes won that one.
Well, if they're trying to personality, talking about a guy that, he played at so many games at Houston.
You're right, though. Louisville, after jumping out to a 3-0 lead and impressive quarterback. Hassan Hall is the back. They hand it to Tutu Atwell. You see the acceleration. One of the fastest men in college football. He's beefed. Could not catch him.
Yeah, no chance.
Cunningham surveys the field, fires downfield, and the catch is made by Fitzpatrick, who slips his defender and Moves the ball to the 40.
2-2 so dangerous. Al Blades came up. Good read.
Hawkins. Check it. That's Hassan Hall. Let's see if they snap it before the quarter. And the handoff. Hall picks his way. Hard hit. Ball came out. He was out of bounds before that. With 1 sec off. ACC opener for both teams. And the Cardinals need 3 on 3rd down to begin the quarter. And the handoff is to Hall. And he's going to be stopped short of the marker by that Canes defense.
That's a great play by Zach McLeod
himself. Hawkins is lined up 8 yards behind the line. They need just inches here. They feed it to him, and he hurdles for a 1st down. Test to the middle with success that time.
Down the field vertically a little bit.
Isaac Martin, the tight end, number 41, is in the backfield as a protector. And it's an option pitch. Hawkins runs right into the tackler. That holding his ground was your guy McLeod again.
Yeah, of everybody against in that run game.
Off the play action, Cunningham fires complete into the secondary, and Justin Marshall, kind of the quiet member of this playmaking core, has a 1st down in the red zone. On a lot of teams, he could be a featured guy. He's that talented. 1st down, and into heavy traffic. Hawkins is knocked down after about a 2-yard gain. Bubba Bolden
from the inside out in case there's a cutback.
Hassan Hall in a tailback, and that time Miami defensive line wins again. Jonathan Ford, that starting defensive tackle, plugged it up. It'll be 3rd and long.
Also a factor down here. This has been an interesting call by the officials because the right tackle was leaning, but Phillips jumped.
Both guys are pointing at the other guy.
Yeah.
Offside. Defense. Calls the offensive plan to move. Penalties half the distance to goal. 3rd down.
So on the field, 3 tight ends in the ball game. Off play action, Cunningham slings into the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tried to get it to Ian Pfeiffer, the tight end who had a disappointing end for him to a 71-yard, 11-play drive. Who have to settle for the chip shot attempt from James Turner. Miami touchdowns on their 2 long drives.
And watching Lamar do what he did to the Florida State defense. Florida State's defense. That was an athletic defense. He made him look like a high school team.
Kickoff again, driven to the end zone. The Bear in his alternate 24 Nebraska over Florida. Would that be a nominee?
That would be a nominee. Not the answer, but a nominee.
Louisville now down 11, back to work, hoping to reach the end zone with this drive, and nice 1st down carry by Hawkins to move the sticks.
Important for them to just kind of stick to their guns. Obviously, been coming in that jet motion. They got to him 1 time the whole game so far. I mean, you would think coming in, I would have told you Tutu Atwell, they're going to find unique ways to get him the ball in space. That's not been the case so far.
Off the play action, Cunningham retreats, and he'll be sacked. So 2nd and short, it's a huge loss. And that's Jared front, the Hurricanes, and they are imposing their will, and now it's 3rd and 14. And Cunningham escapes. He's got a lot of room. Can he get there? No, he's knocked down. Is flying up to make a nice open field tackle. There was to Corey Couch, how confident he was in Borregales, and it moved Jose's mom so much she just burst into tears. Her son is living his dream. He wanted to kick for the Canes out of high school in about 7 years, I think. They didn't know
38, right?
Yeah, 38.
37?
Hawkins, a nice run again. They've had success with the running game, and he's shoved that out of bounds near the marker on the far side.
Yeah, they're not. They've got to be able to stretch, get their running game going, and then go to play action, because the defensive line against this offensive line, it's a mismatch. It's favoring the Canes not only on the edges but in the middle.
Hawkins again, physical run. They move the sticks. You know, talking about a guy like Cunningham. Tutu Atwell slot left. We're keeping an eye on him. Can they get him the touches? Use that speed. Hawkins an effective catch and run, and the Cardinals have moved into Miami territory. Another 1st down.
Kind of a condensed look.
One reception so far. Try to run it with Hassan Hall to the near side and strung out. Allison?
Chris, one improvement that coaches.
You're down 14, and your defense is really struggling. And they make something of this drive. They get Tutu Atwell, and that's a very, very nice tackle in space by Bubba Bolden before the speedster could really
A first down.
need 4 on third. Cunningham in the flat. Catch made. Tackle made very quickly by Bolden again. And they're short by 3 yards now. 4th down.
You can see Bolden.
Butterbean Love. Chet
Wow,
Walker.
you're official.
Go back to the early 70s. Headley drives a low punt.
Oh, boy.
Not his best. They rough him.
Yeah.
He rolled out, and the Aussie rules football player got roughed up, and that's cost not an automatic first down.
No. I thought it might.
Weighing in
I
the
thought
kicker.
it'd be rough.
Receiving team, that penalty's declined. First down, Louisville.
Okay, so it's not a personal foul.
Well, both are off to the right of
Cardinals
Cunningham.
have yet to really strike deep into the heart of Miami's defense. This would be a time to do it. They throw underneath to Fitzpatrick. He's got a big cushion knocked out across the 40. It'll be a first
Better about where they are at halftime. Could have been a lot worse.
They bring pressure, completion across the middle. And that's Marshawn Ford. And the clock will be wound and start with 1:45 in the half. Cunningham running that 2-minute drill, finds Atwell, his second catch, a short gain to the 44.
Cunningham looks very comfortable.
iPad, and you can notice a difference from year one. But he's chased again and fires and throws an interception. Under pressure, Al Blade Jr. was coming across and got in the way, and we're going to see the first appearance in 20.
After winning the toss, so they'll get the ball to start the second half.
They certainly have the guys who can change the tone of the game in one play. But Miami's defense has been very, very strong defending against those big plays. Headley's punt, fair caught down inside the 15. Atwell comes in motion to the right slot. 29 seconds to work with. And Cunningham flips it across the middle. Kind of a dangerous throw given the situation, and not much of a reward there.
Over, obviously.
And they do snap it and hand it off inside, and Hall breaks free, gets a couple blocks, loses the football. The Canes have it. No time on the clock. Amari Carter is going to be tackled, so he will technically get to wear the chain, I guess, to the locker room.
Fumble on the play.
Carter with the fumble recovery.
Miami's gotten down in the red zone a couple times, came away with 2 touchdowns, whereas when the Cards have gotten down in there, they've had to settle for 2 field goals.
You heard Manny Diaz talk to Allison before halftime. He was hot about the lack of discipline. 8 penalties against Miami, most of them on the offense, and I think he feels like they should have a bigger lead if they kept their cool and their focus in that second quarter. Borregales, one of the stories of the first half with those 2 field goals, including the school record 57-yarder. Here's our Packers as well. It's a run to start the third quarter. And nice shifty run, breaking tackles for a first down is Hawkins.
Hawkins is averaging 5 yards well, or Des Fitzpatrick one-on-one.
It's a pass game that averaged more than 18 yards per completion last year, about half that in the first half. It's a pop pass to Atwell. He's got a couple of blocks on the edge and shows the speed, and corralled out of bounds after a short gain. Allison had a career passing day, 343 in the opener. High praise, but against this defense, not so far. Running game continues to be impressive. That'll draw a 15-yard penalty. So despite the stern lecture from Diaz at half,
Who's a senior and a leader of this defense.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness defense, number 5, 15-yard penalty, first down.
not as for the tackle, too. He didn't bump him. He threw the
he
shoulder
came through
into him.
Yeah.
Moves the ball all the way to the Miami 37. Hawkins again, spinning. Stiff arm, knocks him into the ground. Another big gain. They moved the sticks on first down.
Instead of blocking Phillips, that time just read him. You know, get the zone read going, and if he collapses down, you pull it. If he stays,
Then let him know about it after the play. He's got it again, and that time tripped over a blocker. Caleb Chandler, the guard, made the tackle that time.
great vision from the back.
All those things, and a lot of hunger. He runs with a little bit of violence downhill. Hawkins does. Not a big guy, 5'9", 196. but comes from the state of Florida, so probably extra.
Until they get to about like the 30-yard line.
And once again, Miami, a lack of discipline. That was Quincy Roche, eager to make an impact off 3.
That's a good job of the offensive line saying, hey man, Malik, help me out. Give me a hard count. Give me something to try to slow these guys down. And that time he uses that.
Much easier in this Louisville offense. They need 3 yards. Hawkins back in the game, nowhere to run, but he spins free. Hawkins has the corner. Touchdown, Louisville. What a run.
Big time.
That whole drive was Hawkins.
How about the outside stretch play? They go to it on 3rd and short, right? It's the bread and butter. It's what they've been.
He hit the spin button. He hit the juke there. He accelerated.
I think he hit all the buttons there.
Turner for the conversion, exactly what Satterfield's team needed. That, Miami expectations for the fans are so high, but they're 13-13 in the ACC, that junior class coming into this season. Hall is a very dangerous kickoff returner, gets out across the 27.
How about 8-14 in their last 22 against Power 5?
Absolutely. They had a positive season going, and then some guys got hurt, and they checked out mentally, and they ended the regular season with 2 losses and then got shut out in the bowl game.
Since going back to 05.
Cunningham rolls again, the margin back at 14. He wanted to take a shot downfield, flashes the speed and sprints out a yard short of the marker at the 35. To a tremendous start for the Miami defense this year. Cunningham is chased. That was Roche, the defensive end, who was there in a hurry. The tight end in the backfield along with Hawkins, trying to draw Miami offside, and why not? Let's see if they actually run a play. Play clock down at 5. They do run a play, and the 4th down carry is a first down. Hawkins knocked down. He was thinking about a touch.
Just as impressive breaking through those arm tackles.
Yeah, he slipped on the cut, or he might have scored. He's got it again, running into traffic, and has shoved that out of bounds near the line of scrimmage.
What's good is
Hall is the back on 2nd and 9. Cunningham feels the pressure, gets a downfield shot. Atwell makes a catch, and Tutu went up and got it, spun out of bounds, and finally the Miami native makes an electric play downfield. 31-yard gain. Hall, speedy back, spelling Hawkins, knocked down by Keontre Smith.
I like how they're attacking out.
4 catches just for 25 yards before that 31-yarder. That's more what you expect to see from this Louisville offense. Hall through a crease, and he'll be knocked down just short of the marker. It'll be 3rd and 2 as they've moved into the red zone again.
And Phillips.
Cunningham under pressure, delivers, caught, first down. Justin Marshall down inside the 5. They were coming after him. He got it out in a hurry.
Recognition there by Cunningham.
Playing fast on 1st and goal. It's Hall, and he's going to be dragged down behind the line of scrimmage by Harrison Hunt.
Cunningham is very impressive in his 2nd year as a starter.
Cunningham rolls, flips, caught, touchdown, Tutu Atwell. And the little guy with blazing speed from Miami featured in that drive. Cardinals answer the answer.
They sure do. And they quarterback at Miami Northwestern. He's fired up tonight.
State championship. You said it. That was a beautiful throw just over the shoulder of number 1. So Manye. All scoring plays, and of course, automatically reviewed. And Bill, they decided pretty quickly that that was a stand.
It is a stand, yeah.
8 men up close to the line of scrimmage, expecting a quarterback to run.
And a whistle before the snap. And again, this Louisville offense is put in the position of having to answer, suddenly down 14 again.
Delay a game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
That's a frustrating way to start.
Reese Berkeley, the 3rd member of that rotation, into the game, and he's got his first carry, banged into a blocker, and he'll be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Roche off the edge, and Nestor Severa.
Guys, just keep playing. We got this.
From the pocket, and as a miscommunication, Fitzpatrick broke the route off. The ball was deep, and a leaping attempt at an interception by Blades. Guys moving around, they twist, and they came after him, and that scheme worked. And wow, Louisville just went backwards, backwards, and backwards in that possession. Roche.
But I think it really rubs off on the identity of this offensive side.
When he was at Auburn with Malzahn, Diaz, of course, defense faced him that year at Mississippi State and also at Louisiana Tech, so he knew how hard to stop the offense was. Although this does resemble more what he did at SMU, as you said. Not right. Actually losing ground here in the third period. Down by 17. Hawkins continues to have a big night on the ground. But they're going to need to light it up.
As a defensive coordinator, you can be a little more risky, take a few more chances because you have confidence in what your offense can do with D'Eriq King.
Last play of the third quarter, they feed Hawkins again, running left. Another nice run, another first down out near the 35-yard line. So Louisville trying to mount a drive here and cut into a 17-point lead. Visiting Hurricanes on top, end of 3. Back after this message and a word from your local ABC station. Start of the fourth quarter, Kirk, the DJ, get him hyped up here in the break between third and fourth quarter. The crowd jumping around, having a good time.
They're getting ready.
I would like to see this Louisville offense cut into the lead quickly here. Hawkins back in the game. First down play from the 33. It's a rollout by Cunningham, who's chased. A flag is down on the back side of the play in what would normally be considered the holding zone.
I think there may have been a chop block there. Yeah, the back Hawkins went down low while there was already the defender was already looked like the big fella Severa was already locked up.
Chop block. Offense number 66 and number 10. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Good spot, coach. Bentley and Hawk. He's a 1,500-yard guy, and now has a $150 tonight. Cunningham flushed and chased, and he has to bounce the ball too short of Atwell.
What's amazing tonight, if you've in their passing game,
Fitzpatrick came out of the starting blocks too quickly.
Offense number 7.
10 yards of completion is barely half. Third and 13. Aiden Robbins is in the game for the first time. From the pocket, Cunningham incomplete. Was under pressure here. We'll see what Cunningham can do. Needs a lightning strike badly to get Louisville back into contention. Borregales will hammer the ball deep into the end zone. I'll say bust here in Louisville.
And they put up 14 points.
Fans in the SEC will recall that kind of play with the Auburn Tigers. Gus Malzahn when Lashley was there. That old.
It looks
like a QB
quarterback power, but it was just a play action look.
Cardinals keep it on the ground. They've run the ball well tonight, but now you think there's some urgency. They got 10 through the other part of the skill set tonight. Hasn't been a high-impact runner. Was it miscommunication? Cunningham's just going to try to scramble. Had a long way to go. Bubba Bolden ushers him out, and it's fourth down.
Yeah, that did look
for him. Running hard to the football all night. They pursue well. Fourth down play.
And they don't feel they're not threatened at all downfield, so it makes it a little bit easier to attack downhill as a defense.
Reserves in there on the D front for Miami on this fourth down play. And Hawkins is going to spin and gain some yardage.
Keep going back to only 166 yards passing, and Scott Satterfield, boy, he's done so in the passing game. You know, your linebackers can just attack the run game in a short passing game.
Cunningham.
There they go.
It's a downfield shot. Tutu Atwell is running free, and the speedster down inside the Miami 30-yard line. That'll make Diaz angry. Defense lost. All-American from a year ago, close to a 100-yard evening now. 95 on his 7 catches. After a slow start. Cunningham rolls and has a man wide open downfield. Huge collision. Ian Pfeiffer And a flag comes in on the tackle at the 10-yard line.
Ball started the run. He's a runner.
Okay.
So the only targeting foul you can have is a crown of the helmet.
Catch. Personal foul. Targeting. Defense. Number 5. That play is under further review.
Well, and I don't
After
usually
further
you want to
review,
use the term
there is
helmet to
no foul
helmet.
for targeting. 1st and 10.
So he has had in back-to-back games targeting overturned. That's a relief.
The boom, if he gets a chance to, as we've seen a couple times tonight.
So 1st and goal after the big catch by Pfeiffer, who doesn't reach the end zone for the first time in his career after catching the ball. Hawkins runs hard, barrels down inside the 5. Drive coming up. Cunningham rolls, whips it in the flat. They love that play. Marshawn Ford, the tight end, wide open as he comes across. That's one of the favorite calls for this offense.
Flat, that's a lot of eye candy.
Swiss Army knife of this offense. His 9th career touchdown catch for Marshawn Ford. And Mr. Herbstreit, that is frightening efficiency.
Man, I know we've talked a lot about Miami's offense, but it's not only a big story here, it's a big story in the college football landscape. I mean, people around the country are right now talking about, did you see Derek King and Red from Louisville, and why not take advantage of it? Even though you're already up big, keep attacking.
You know, King last week didn't have the kind of game throwing the ball he wanted. He admitted to being emotional. The first game he played since his father had passed away. Wanted to be perfect. Obviously, it's also his first game in a new system after a crazy offseason and only 4 spring practices. You can see tonight.
They got a nice program. I'm just saying I don't think they wanted to show too much if they can get out of that game with a win and try to maybe open things up more in the passing game for this opponent on the road against Louisville.
Fitzpatrick makes
And poised at that position, I think they are really excited just about the complete package he is at the position.
Allison, you're a grad. I've been saying Dorsey going back to like...
Big reason for that, Kirk, is the lack of continuity throughout the years as offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
I mean, they never had a system in place for more than a couple years going back, you know, to when Larry Coker was the head coach.
Yeah.
big play downfield to Braden Smith. Cardinals move the ball to the 32.
I mean, they've had some guys, right? But I'm just talking about with the system and the quarterback. It's definitely been a long time. So reason to be excited and optimistic in Coral Gables.
Well, because the standards were so high.
Yeah.
Those guys, as you said, were nice college quarterbacks, but they were not Heisman Trophy candidates.
Right.
Quickly to Kevin Nagani with an update. We got a barn burner there. A fun night in the ACC. These games are going to be, I think, largely close in this conference. There's the run out of bounds there. That's the young ball king Robbins who fumbled it.
With the improvement of Will Mowry.
Cunningham on 3rd and 8. Catch is made by Fitzpatrick, who's got a first down inside the 20.
And a really talented player that we see on Sundays.
Pressure. Cunningham eludes it, scans the field, fires to the end zone, and a touchdown for Tutu Atwell. He's had a strong second half. Key points in this defense. They've given up, 522 yards. Obviously, a little soft here playing with the lead, but not what they hoped for. 300. He was a kickoff guy a year ago. Now he's a field goal kicker, not the regular kickoff man. Having a smile. And Hawkins had a big night. Spun down, tackled in Miami territory. Inside of 2 minutes now. Still sticking with the ground game. Down by 13. Hawkins could bust a big one on the ground. Now Cunningham steps up in the pocket. Can he escape? Bounces around, running sideways, and has to just throw it away.
It's a good job just to keep that play alive. He got pressure right away. Nobody picked.
On 3rd and 4, they bring some pressure again, and the pass is complete underneath and met right at the marker. Is Jordan Watkins, freshman receiver. Tackle made by Jennings, and
football is going to be thrown, and then making tackles in space.
Clock ticking down, minute 8, as Cunningham again tries to stay alive, is running backwards, lost the football, and the turnover chain will come out for the 3rd time tonight. Well, he was trying to stay alive and make a play, but left the ball out there hanging, and Zach McLeod came up with it.
How fitting for Zach McLeod. It's a guy who has played a lot of football, decided to redshirt.